Hey, Dawn Super here, helping people have better days. I like to use quick phrases to help me keep my mental health in check. And today's phrase is, what's the payoff here? If you think about toddlers when they're little, they don't know how to ask for what they want. So they throw a fit and they make noise, they throw themselves on the floor, they break their toys. And it's up to you, their parent, to figure out what it is they want and give it to them. Well, little toddlers grow up to be big adults and they also don't know how to ask for what they want. So when someone's coming at you and they're being different than they normally are, maybe they're angry or they're making snide remarks, maybe they're giving you the silent treatment, or they're gaslighting you, they're being passive aggressive, they're making always or never statements. You always blah, blah, blah. You never blah, blah, blah. They're trying to manipulate you into doing something. So when it's a toddler, you can figure out what they want and you can give it to them. And then the problem's solved, right? Like the toddler could be sitting there throwing the biggest fit ever and you pull out that drink of water that they wanted and they stop immediately and they take the drink of water. So you can't fix something if you don't know it's broken. So when someone is making comments under their breath or they're giving you this silent treatment, a great question to ask them is, what exactly are you trying to accomplish here? Sometimes that's enough to snap them out of whatever mood they're in. I did a video not long ago about the phrase, hurt people, hurt people. And that happens a lot. People get their feelings hurt by something you did or didn't do or said or didn't say. And they come at you from that place of hurting. And they're passive aggressive, or they're making snide comments, or they're saying things under their breath, or they're giving you the silent treatment. And you can stop. Using little phrases like this helps you stop and have the presence of mind to say, okay, obviously something's going on with this toddler. I mean, this adult that I'm dealing with who's acting like a baby. And if you can figure out what it is, then you can cut through all the baloney and just give it to them. And if you can't figure out what it is, you can ask, what's your end game? Like what do you just want me to feel bad? Is that why you're saying these things? Are you just trying to hurt my feelings? Do you want to go somewhere? Is that, what is your end goal? Maybe I can give it to you if you just ask me for it, but I can't give it to you if you don't communicate with me properly. And you can't make people communicate better. It just doesn't work that way. You can't teach people how to communicate better. People have to want to learn to communicate better on their own, or it will never be effective. So only thing you have any control over is you. And they say life isn't what happens to you, it's how you respond to it. And little phrases like this, what's the payoff here, help you be mindful to not perpetuate that cycle of hurting the person back. You're mad, like they're coming at you hard and it's foolish, or there's no reason for it, it's irrational, and you just want to yell back at them. You just want to give them back what they're giving to you. And you can do that. You have every right to do that. But if you want to have a better day, remember what the famous phrase, turn the other cheek. It's not so they can slap you again, although that's what I thought for a really long time. It's just so you're not slapping them back. That's how you end trauma. That's how you end generational trauma. You notice that it's happening and you slip something in there and you try something different. And it might be hard. It might not work the first 3 or 4 times that you try to say to yourself, what's the payoff here? But if it does, you'll see that you can have boundaries around things, right? Brene Brown defines boundaries very simply as what's okay, what's not okay. It's okay that you're upset that I didn't do the thing. It's not okay that you're coming at me like I burned the house down, right? There has to be some give and take in there. And when you can learn how to set your own boundaries and say, hey, what are you trying to accomplish here? Because yelling at me and giving me the silent treatment, that's not going to get you what you want. So why don't you just tell me what you want? And I'll see if I can give it to you. I want to give some shout outs. I've had some great people commenting, and I did mention that I would give shout outs if people commented. So I'd like to thank Deborah Baker, Belinda Wilson, Youth NLP, Elizabeth Cannon, Dawn Folsom, Sunny D, Sydney S, Jeannie Robinson, and Avila. I'm glad you like my hat. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and I hope the content has been helpful for you. And I really appreciate you interacting with the videos and commenting. It helps me keep going. So thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done that already. Ring the bell if you want to know when I'm going to drop new videos. I'm going to try and do 5 shorts a week and then 2 longer ones. So keep an eye on the shorts for my content too. Make it a great day. The choice is always yours.